Southeast Radio's Business Matters with Karl Fitzpatrick.
Southeast Radio.
Welcome back to Southeast Radio's Business Matters with me, Karl Fitzpatrick. Affiliate marketing is a phenomenon which has been embraced by many leading American companies. And while Europe has been slower to adopt this marketing strategy, Shawn Collins from the Affiliate Summit joins me now to outline the benefits which it could deliver for Irish businesses. Shawn, what is affiliate marketing all about?
So I guess in basic terms, it's really just online commission-based sales. So for instance, if somebody was to have if they're a fan of a certain sports team and they had a website about them, they could blog about the team and the games and recaps, and they could post some like uniform items for sale and books and things related to that team. And if somebody was to click through and purchase any of those items, they have a unique trackable link so that whenever that item is purchased, the retailer would know that it came from that person who ran that blog or website. And so they would get, say, 5-10% of that sale as a commission back to them.
And Shawn, how did you get involved yourself in affiliate marketing?
So back in 1997, I was newly married, and I was looking for a way to help pay the bills more. And I came across the Amazon affiliate program, which had started about a year before. And I didn't really have any technical experience whatsoever. I was working in magazine publishing, but I needed to figure out some way to make some more money. So I just started this was back on the Service America Online, AOL. I had a free page on there that I created just about things to do in New York City, and I would link to books on Amazon. And so it was, and I would just share it with my friends and try to get them to buy these books as they read my content. But back then it was really sort of the medieval days of reporting. Amazon didn't have any kind of place to log into, so you just had to wait on an email from them every quarter to give you your reporting. And I went an entire 3 months without making a cent after doing a decent amount of work. But then my second quarter, I started making some money, and I started figuring it out, and it just sort of sprung up from there. And at the same time, I was looking for a career change, and I didn't really I was getting sort of bored with working in magazine publishing, and I answered an advertisement for a job at a company called Med Bookstore. They were basically trying to emulate Amazon, but for medical books, shipping them around the world. And so I went in there to interview, and I didn't really know anything about marketing or business. I never took classes for either one of them, but I knew enough of the buzzwords just because I was in the affiliate program for Amazon, and I was able to just sort of talk my way into the job, basically, without really any proper experience. And so I became an affiliate manager back in 1997.
And what type of organizations are best suited to affiliate marketing?
Virtually every big online retailer. There's a magazine in the United States, Internet Retailer, and they list the top 500 retailers online. And I'd say about 95% of those are engaged in affiliate marketing, as well as all the smaller companies, all the mom-and-pop companies that do online sales.
So if a business owner was listening to this morning's show and they wanted to engage in affiliate marketing, what process do they need to go through?
So they would have to contact what's known as an affiliate network, who takes care of the tracking and the reporting. And so they work with them, and they have the affiliates who are the people who would be promoting their company. And so they take them through, they hold their hand on the whole process of uploading banners and text creative and different things. And then they take care of the whole tracking process. They have some advanced technology there. And so when they work hand in hand with that network, they'll help them to recruit affiliates and say all of the best practices so they can get their affiliate program going.
And who are the leading affiliate networks in both Europe and the US?
One of the biggest is that spans both Europe and the US is AWIN. And then there are a number of other ones, Commission Junction, Linkshare. And so all these companies have been around for 10 years or more, and they've got impeccable reputations.
And what is their particular business model?
Well, they work with all the retailers and the affiliates, and they charge a fee to all the advertisers to be on their networks. And then the affiliates never pay anything. It's free to them to join and promote. So the advertisers pay either a fixed fee to the networks, or else they pay a percentage of their sales.
And what advice do you have for business owners who are evaluating which products or services to promote through this particular channel?
Typically, whatever their company specializes in, their entire list of offerings they have, whether it's products or services they include in the affiliate program, and then it just, depending on what their margin is for it, they'll decide what they'll pay out for commission, whatever they're able to pay for it. So it varies wildly. So for something like computers, they might just pay a 1% commission, but then for something like a downloadable software, maybe 50%. So it really varies depending on what you're selling.
And Shawn, from your experience in the industry, what are the do's and don'ts of affiliate marketing?
So I guess the big do's are to work with one of the big networks. There's some smaller software products you can install on your server, but they don't really have the updates. They're not really as reliable. You'll save a lot of money, but really you get what you pay for there. And so I'd highly recommend going with one of the networks because they have the staff and they have the constant updates to take care of different situations. Like with the recent GDPR, they have all kinds of different facilities there and different features to make it easier to comply with that. And also to have a proper staffing for the affiliate program, because oftentimes people, they look at just as sort of an automatic area of their company, and it's really a matter of a person who, the affiliate manager, they need to really teach and keep on top of all the affiliates. It's almost as if they're a sales team. Even though they're all commission-based, they still need guidance and tools and things to make it happen.
So in this particular affiliate marketing structure, you have the business, the marketplace, which is the network itself, and then you have the affiliates. Who typically are affiliates?
So they come really from all walks of life. They can be just one single person, maybe even just a teenager that is a fan of a band or a team or whatever that has a blog, all the way up to some big public companies. There's a big company in the U.S. called Retail Me Not. It's the biggest organizer of coupon codes. So if you're looking to purchase anything online, you can go there and find a free shipping code or 10% off. And so that company has hundreds of employees, and it's a public company. So there's not really one kind of affiliate out there. It just really ranges just from individuals to large companies.
Now, if you've just tuned in, I'm speaking to affiliate marketing expert Shawn Collins. Shawn, on March 12th, you will host the European Affiliate Summit in Amsterdam. But what should attendees expect for the duration of the summit? It's
really focused on Europe. So we do two in the U.S., and we'll do this one in Amsterdam, and we'll be in Singapore later this year. And so with this one, one thing we have is a series of country roundtables where people will be speaking about different issues that are specific to certain countries. This one we have a table for the Netherlands, Germany, and the UK. And we also have a new feature that we're introducing. It's called the Happiness Hub Workshop, where we'll be working with using psychology and mindfulness to try to improve the communication focus and ability to use sort of positive questioning to gather information, just a different way to approach business. And we have some features we've had at all of our other affiliate summits. One's called the Meat Market. Another is the exhibit hall. The meat market is really sort of a pared-down exhibit hall. It's a mixture of, say, a job fair where it's a series of tables and an exhibit hall. It's meant for companies that can't really afford the whole big booth that you would have in an exhibit hall. And so we have both of those going on, as well as a series of networking parties where people can have a couple of drinks and meet with colleagues and make deals.
And Shawn, who will be speaking at this event, and what will their core messages be?
So we have a whole dozens of speakers there. They're covering a lot of the most important issues of the day, such as attribution, coupons, digital trends, influencer marketing, which is very big these days, SEO, social media. And then to top it off, we'll have a keynote panel where we have a representative from all the big affiliate networks all speaking there and answering questions.
And Shawn, looking ahead, what trends do you expect to impact on affiliate marketing in the coming years?
I think probably the single biggest one would be influencers. They've been taking on a greater significance more recently. For a while, they were getting flat fees from advertisers, but now they're realizing that they can actually make more with recurring revenue if they work with affiliate marketing instead of just getting one fee for doing a post or an Instagram or wherever else they might post things. So at this past conference we had in January in Las Vegas, we had a whole side event called Influence, and we're going to be continuing that in New York City. And we have a whole bunch of influencers that are going to be speaking in Amsterdam as well. And so that's a big trend that I think that a lot of affiliate programs should be paying attention to. And then also podcasts, that's just been taking off a lot, and a lot of people are monetizing their podcasts with affiliate marketing. And I really thought that was going to happen a lot sooner because I started podcasting over 10 years ago, and at the time it didn't really take off, but now it just sort of seems to be having a huge growth in the U.S. and everywhere else. So that's a great growth area for the future of affiliate marketing.
And Shawn, if you were a business owner this morning here in Ireland and you were considering affiliate marketing, what steps would you take in order to put a good affiliate marketing plan in place?
Well, I think the first thing I would do is to examine all of my competition and see if all of them or none of them have an affiliate program. And for those that do, I would take a look at what they're doing and what kind of money they're paying out for commissions and just seeing how they're going about it. And one thing I did in the past when I ran affiliate programs is I would create an affiliate site myself for whatever my sector was, and I would apply to all of my competition so that I could see all their communications and I could get really a big bird's eye view of what they were doing. And so I would operate this website as a real website. I would promote them sincerely, so it wasn't like it was anything tricky there, but it would give me a chance to really get an inside look at what they were up to, and it would give me a good idea of what was going to be a good way to run my affiliate program. And a nice benefit there is a lot of the networks, they'll tell you which of the creator for any given affiliate program performs the best. So by joining their affiliate programs, you can get some insight on what other affiliates are using to promote them.
And when a business owner is doing due diligence on choosing the right platform to use, what should they be considering?
There are a number of factors. There are some networks that focus on certain verticals, so that's one thing right away. Then also, if you have certain features you're looking for, not every network has every feature, so you want to be sure you get a good demonstration from them and ask a lot of questions to make sure they have the features you need. And then also, price is certainly a factor. They can really vary in pricing structure and overall price. So I'd certainly look into those items. And also, I would ask to get some testimonials from their actual current customers to see what they have to say.
And how important is it that the platform is in a position to automate the entire process from lead generation all the way through to paying the affiliate? Yeah,
I guess that's just all basic functionality, but that sort of thing is automated. But there, to a degree, you don't want to have complete automation. Like, for instance, when affiliates apply to your affiliate program, you want to manually review them and make sure that they're a good fit and that it's not some kind of improper website for your brand or just maybe some kind of possible scam. So you want to be very selective about who can join your affiliate program. And then also with the payments, you want to take a look and make sure that if somebody's trying to pull any kind of tricks against your company, you want to make sure that they're not maybe stuffing cookies or some kind of technique that might undermine what you're doing there. So there has to be some kind of hands-on management, but you can automate a whole lot of it, though.
And Shawn, how widespread are scams in relation to affiliate marketing globally?
It's pretty much they're always going to be out there, and they look for the low-hanging fruit. So an affiliate program that isn't really managed well, that they're just trying to make it 100% automated, that's the easy target, and they find those. So the remedy for not getting beaten by people that are trying to cheat is to just have hands-on management for the affiliate program. The people that are trying to do any kind of scams, it's more prevalent in the lead-based affiliate programs where there's no credit card transaction. So when they're credit cards, it makes it a lot more difficult for them to do anything. But if people can fake leads and maybe enter in information for fake customers, there's more of an opportunity there. So there has to be a lot of checks and balances whenever they're collecting leads.
But is it true to say that affiliate marketing is paid for more on the conversion rather than the lead generation?
Yeah, and my focus has always been on the retail side with conversions and the lead generation. It's part of the industry, but it's not as big. It's just like people that are doing, like in the U.S., health insurance and maybe loans for like debt consolidation and things. But that's just a part of the industry. But really, the online retail is the main component.
And Shawn, affiliate marketing is a very popular strategy for all sorts of businesses in the US, but not so much in Europe. What's the reason for that?
Well, back when I was getting started and years after that, I always heard a common comment from people in Europe. They would say that they were 5 or 10 years behind the US for affiliate marketing. And I never quite understood that because we all had access to the same internet.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure why there would have been any different levels of maturity for working in it. But these days, I feel like everybody's all at the same place as far as penetration with retailers and everything. Maybe if some countries got on a slower start, it started over 2 decades ago. So now I think really everybody's caught up.
And in terms of in the US market, who stands out as a shining light in affiliate marketing there?
Well, I guess for the retailers, all the big companies like Amazon and Apple and Dell, different computer manufacturers and things, all of those big companies, as well as like Target and Walmart, the gigantic, massive retailers, they're all doing it, and that's really the fact that they've all been doing it for 15, 20 years. I think it indicates that it's really been a core component for their business, and so the affiliates love to promote those big brands. And those big brands really enjoy having a huge group of people that are promoting them on a performance basis.
Before you go, I'd like to share information with our listeners about how they can find out more about your upcoming affiliate summit and how they can go about registering for it.
Okay, so it's just at affiliatesummit.com. It's the one website for all the different events that we have, and they can register right there online, and all the details are there, all the pricing and the dates and all of that. So it's a quick and easy process. They can go to it any time to register, and if anybody ever had any questions, I'm happy to answer them. And I'm available at Shawn, SHAWN, at affiliatesummit.com.
Well, if you've just tuned in, that was Shawn Collins from the Affiliate Summit, and I've no doubt that many Irish businesses will soon start to adopt this effective marketing technique. We're almost at closing time here now at Business Matters, but before we go, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my production team, my guests for their contribution, and especially you as always for listening. Join me again next Saturday morning when we'll have more from the world of business. But until then, have a profitable week.
Southeast Radio's Business Matters with Karl Fitzpatrick.
Southeast.